Among the many values that must inform our public life and that must characterize those who want to occupy public space. Among these many values would be the value of truth telling and of being truthful. It's an aspect of personal integrity, but something that also needs to be inculcated into the institutions of the state. Of course, I speak as a Christian, having been instructed from the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32, that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And when you read in John chapter 16, you hear about the Spirit of truth. When the Spirit of truth comes, He will teach you all things. One of the major values we desperately need today, not only in Zimbabwe but in the world, when you are talking about the public space, is truthfulness. The reason being that actually we have reached what others call the post-truth era, where facts and facticity in the public space is no longer considered the basis of judging someone's integrity. We assume that as long as someone is exciting, is giving us promises, their integrity in telling the truth, in backing what they are saying with facts, is not important. We have seen this work in many, many countries in a very, very dangerous way. Many people who occupy public office have actually gotten away with not telling the truth or mixing very little truth with a lot of lies. And because no one holds them accountable, many of them have gotten away with it. Now, the church can actually play a very important role in this regard. I think of two ways of doing this. The first way is to appeal to personal virtue, because we assume that if people are people of faith, therefore we expect that they tell the truth on the basis of their faith. They fear God, and therefore they tell the truth. They are responsible in light of their faith. This appeal to personal virtue is something that people can hold each other accountable inside the church. But personal virtue is not adequate in making sure that public officials are factual, are truthful in the way they engage in the public. Institutionally, there must also be measures that makes it a crime not to tell the truth, especially when people are speaking on official positions. It must be something that is punishable for people to tell lies. This is something that can be built into the policies of governance, so that politics becomes something to do with expectations that get met. Actually, the reason why the truth is such an important issue is that politics is based on promises. And when people are promising that if you vote me, I will do this for you, that becomes a contract that informs people's vote. And these commitments need to be met. And if they are not met, people should be held accountable. And this is why this is not a trivial issue. It's central to the way our politics must be organized. But I think also what we need is to have more and more people who hold people who speak in public, who act in public to account in ways that are both rewarding and punishing. the biggest challenge we have at the moment is that people can lie and they will not get punished. Unfortunately, sometimes people, they tell the truth and they get punished. So we need to change the way we imagine the public space so that truth is given more value than lies. Actually, I'm surprised when you go to some countries that are far much more secular than Zimbabwe. Lying is a cause for people to resign from politics. If you were caught to have lied, you will resign voluntarily. Here, sometimes people can lie and nothing will happen to them. But this must change, because in so doing, we weaken the integrity of the public office. And that is why I think among the many values that we must call for is the value of truth.